water.
All right, everybody. I'm back in my favorite spot right here, y'all. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm using corn today. You know, just got out here. Got my good corn. The other spot down there was a bummer. I don't know what's going on in that spot. But it became one of my favorite spots. Using corn. Got my cup of coffee. See if we can catch out here today. Yeah, we had the H Street Festival. You saw that video live yesterday. They had go-go bands, all kinds of bands, food vendors and everything yesterday. It was nice. There's me out here fishing. Right, everybody, what's going on? Yeah. I'm trying to catch something myself out here. Thanks for subscribing. You know, I need all the support. It might take me probably sometime next year to reach 1,000 subscribers. But I came a long way. 15 months ago, I only had like 45 subscribers. I've been taking this serious. My buddy 202 Wink, she got another podcast. She told me what to do, what I should be doing. And I only did like one live, a couple live. She told me stick what I normally do. It's fishing. That's what I do best. You know, I can't really talk about politics real good, or street life real good. People ain't trying to hear about life or crime. You know, politics. You get in that, you gonna get a big argument. Well, let me get my net ready. I need my net ready, y'all. You never know. Something pulled. Last time I did this line right here. I had a big old codfish. My 30-pound line and tore the whole goddamn line. So I know she was big. But that is a 65, they got that whole stand up 65 pounds. So just in case I have that problem today, I will pull it in. I don't have that much power to record it, but I will pull it in. Let y'all see the river now. The good old Anacostia River. Nice little spot right here. You know, in the last video where I was here, you see people they made a little canoe. I don't know where they got this canoe from. I think they got it off Amazon or offline or something. But this is a little pier. You get your little canoe. I probably was thinking about even going down Peace Cross and getting a canoe. We got a canoe on the other side. But, you know, for beginners like me, I'm going to try to go on Peace Cross where the water ain't deep and much safer, you know what I mean? This water ain't deep, but people can't drown in it. I remember back in the 88 when we didn't get no rain that summer. And all this was mud, all the way across from this side to that side. You have little boats that came through here. We were stuck in the town, I remember, the big old boat. He was stuck right in this area. Only about this right here. Now, it depends what kind of boat you got. Ain't no yacht going on this bridge. You can see that. Once you see that by Anacostia Park, I just not even come this far. Because that's kind of low. They're like, you got one of them high yachts, you're going to destroy your boat. You see, I got my comb, my 2 fishing rods, and I'm out here. Where the place? I'm on Benning Road, y'all. I'm in D.C., Washington, D.C., Benning Road. This will be Benning Road Northeast right here. By the old Pepco power plant. That little park is River Tours right there, River Tours Park. Right across, y'all looking at that River Tours. We're running and jogging, you can see the distance. And this is Benning Road. This will be... That 26 is Benning Road. So this would be like 33rd and Benning Road right here in between 33rd and what's that? The back of this is Kingdom Island. All this Kingdom Island. But a long time ago when I was young, like a little boy, they called it Children Island. They renamed it. I don't know why. That was Children Island for back in the 30s and beyond. Because they used to have houses over here. It was houses back in the 40s and stuff. I mean, you ever tour this little joint right here, you will see like concrete structure, like paths, like sidewalks. Somewhere like where a person resident had a porch or something. They tore all that down. But this part of the river right here is man-made. They say, probably with the Navy Yard, that was original. But in the 1920s, this is the Army Corps engineer, came up and read y'all, that's all the way up Peace Cross and beyond. There really wasn't no river. You can say this probably was land, like the houses over there, probably was houses, whatever they had over here, back in 1904. All right, now you can tell your friends about that, subscribe. You know, we all need support. Like even when I be on YouTube, y'all, I go to other people's channel, I subscribe to their channel. I might say person only had 40 subscribers. I've been there, so I might just go watch the video and subscribe and not subscribe. Tell them to keep up the good work. So when you're on YouTube, you know, you don't got the 20,000, 15,000, or you got 1,000. I know some people got like down there 250,000. They tell me every time when they go live, they can't get 200 people to come in. You know, I think most time we post a video, people might like a video, like we got an amazing video, like God forbid I call up an alligator, catch a shark in this river. That'd be a rare catch. You would get a lot of views on that. You know what I mean? Or I'm looking in the air, the sky, and I see a UFO, and everybody say, damn, it's a UFO. You know, that'll get 1 million views, and you get a lot of people who follow you. But then once you don't see another UFO, wherever you're a shark or what's the name, that's how it gets. I'm gonna tap in real quick. Right, let me do this. Man, make your moderator. You always come in. Yep. Yeah, I'm in Washington, D.C. So what kind of fishing bait y'all use? Yesterday I was using worms. My other sister had a whole bunch of worms. I think they called night crawlers. The only one crawling towards them night crawlers was turtles. Turtles ate all my night crawlers up. But my favorite bait, not here. This corn right here. Corn work good in this area. Out upside of RFK, by the other side of the bridge, you see, I always use red donuts. I mean, bread is so wonderful. I can have 3 lines out here. I got 2, and throw bread on both of them, and guaranteed to catch some fish, catfish. We got some nice sized catfish over there. I just haven't caught. I ain't caught nothing nice size, crazy size over here, other than the carp fish I had. It had to be like 40 pounds because this line wasn't. Now my other line is in the car. This is the joint right here, 65-pound joint, stem joint. Yeah, that's why I brought this over here just in case. You know, fishing with good old corn. It might be the brothers in the canoe coming down. See. Somebody on the bridge, probably voice the bridge. Kind of loud. I gotta watch out for the brothers in the canoe. Maybe fix the line up a little bit over here. Sometimes you get the line that sags like that. I learned a fish couldn't hit it and poured it down. You know what I mean? So right here, I got where I got my poles at, I ain't really holding on to nothing. So I gotta, just in case I hit something big, I don't lose my line. He come to brother with the news. I get it from college or something. Somebody about the other day I said the word. Leftover smashed up worms. Yeah. They should be down here in a minute. Watch them. They're about 40 yards, so we're not about more 40 yards. Probably behind this pit right here, y'all. I'm behind this concrete berm. I don't know the name of it. I don't think bridges. I'm on this bridge right here. They had done this about, let's say 20 years ago. They remodeled this bridge. And when I remember I left, it wasn't like this. You had a little part right there. What happened, I think they had too many accidents, people crashing through the bridge. That's why they got the what's name right there. They should, nah, this good. Don't worry about nothing there because I think this right here. You can see the little lights right there on the bridge. Tell you where to cross or not to cross. Yeah. A good joint right here. See it? Now you're a mom, now you got your wrench. I gave you a wrench. You ain't. It took me a while to learn how to get people wrenches. This YouTube stuff is still new to me. Like some of my videos, I learned I got to edit the video. Oh yeah, live stream is good. Like last night, I was on live stream, but I didn't want to live stream what I was looking at. We in Washington, D.C., the military and all the feds out here. And my cousin, we was driving. We got pulled over in the gas station. I don't know why they pulled us over. We got pulled over by 4 police, D.C. police, and the FBI, and the ATF. Because his back light was out. It was just one bulb. Wrote him a ticket. Well, you need all that smart. We was in the gas station 2 minutes, and they pulled up on us. That was back, and I was like, damn, that was awful. Trying to see my buddies, the dudes on the canoe. I don't see any coming down here somewhere soon. Here go one of them right here. You might see coming up in a minute. They call it kayak, canoe. I really want to try that one day. I might try that next week. They got over about Peace Cross in Maryland. It's way, way up, like 4 miles from here. The river ain't deep. It's real like, it's not wide as this either. And when you get way up there, you're going into Maryland. The further you go in this river up Maryland, you get it's most like streams and stuff, you know what I mean? Probably, let's say 20 yards wide, that's it. 4 feet deep at the most, if 4 feet deep. Hey, my man right here coming past, y'all gonna see him in a minute. Bring him up, let's see him. There you go, right there. He on a little canoe. His buddies and them, they coming back, they up there. This jump all the way by they by Kenilworth Gardens back there. If you watch one of my live streams, you might see that where I was at. The Kenilworth Gardens. I think I caught a catfish. I caught a catfish that day. On my other little pole right there. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of back muscles for this. And be aware where you're going to. You know what I mean? Like right here. See how she looking back over his shoulder? Yeah, you gotta be aware. You don't want to take that into no wall or nothing. You gotta always look back. Yeah, she going over there by the West Lane. If you got strong back muscles and stuff, you can do that. I'm gonna go up. You can see the rest of them further up. You can see they way up there, and they can do the rest of them come back this way. Yeah, what's going on? Having luck? No, I just got out here 20 minutes ago. I'm using corn. You know, fishing is really like a patient person sport. You know what I mean? When you out here, you might be out here all day, don't catch nothing. I seen people on their live stream. I mean, they be out here for. I see people out here for 3 hours. I watched someone person live stream on a Saturday morning. I haven't been doing nothing. I see the fish jump up over there just now, and they've been out there for like 3 in the morning. It's 7 in the morning. They packing up. Say no luck here. Like, whoa, it happens like that. Sometimes fish, it may certain things in the river that the fish don't need your worm. It chases something else. Maybe little prankers or something. But one thing about the corn you toss out there, the codfish, they can smell. They can be way down there by that bridge, and they can smell that corn. That was amazing about down that corn. But in this spot, I almost had one 2 weeks ago, but most on the corn I caught catfish here. That's rare. I never caught catfish on corn anywhere on this river in this spot. Now over there, you see little grass and like little. Now I have seen some big catfish right there. One time I was walking this bridge right here, and you know I had my car at my house, so my car was like a mile away, about 2 miles away. That's where I like to walk. And as I walked, I was right there with that man jogging there, you can see. And I looked down with multiple large catfish. I mean, these were giants. It's all in so you could see them just moving. There was nobody fishing, and I wish I had me a chainsaw. I cut all that down, you know. But you can catch some right there too. I have seen some last week when I was over here, and they were jumping. That was about, you know, yeah, you just use corn for them. I see some people make a corn mix or something. See, I'm just using corn. Good Walmart corn right here. But I have bought other stuff from Walmart. This right here, for the life of me, I don't know if it doesn't work here, but I'll probably go to Solomon Island or to try this in salt water. This doesn't work. I mean, I was all over this river. I was there, I was all over this place. You know, but they advertise. Some people give 3 stars, 4 stars. Somebody gave you 5 stars. Maybe with the water they at, you know, maybe this water, I don't know, maybe these catfish out here, one man, they kind of, you know what I mean, they choosy what they biting on. But sometimes about this water out here, I notice the tide is high, you can see, right? The tide is high. But when the tide gets low, the fish goes that way. When the tide coming out, when they coming back down, then when you catch most like your fish or something. That's the subway you keep hearing them riding back and forth. But you know, it's fish. Like my sister, she'd go all the way out to Ocean City, Maryland. Travel 2.5 hours, an hour and a half, and catch some tiny stuff. Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on this line right here. You know, because this line right here, if something snatch, it might pull my whole pole over in the river. But fishing is fun. It's really peaceful. The river kind of got a little odor to it. Like a fishy odor. I know when I catch something, Sometimes I gotta take my fishing rod, my fishing net, and wash it off real good. And I don't put my fishing net in my truck, and they have that you smell like fish odor. I just my fish, I just fish for the sport. I take no fish home. I don't cut it or gut it. I mean, every time you watch my videos, I toss it back in the river. You know, it's a nice day out here. A lot of people used to tell me to go toss it under the bridge. I tossed my joint on the bridge once over here, twice, and I lost my line. So something right in this area, I know a log. There was a log right here. Last week, y'all would know, y'all watched my last video. The log hanging right there, so the log is gone. Maybe the tide went down and went that way. It's over there, sitting there, it's over there. That log was here last week. It's over there by the bushes. Got me some good old 7-Eleven coffee. It's early in the morning, about 9 something, touching 9 something in DC. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to get some codfish. Might get a catfish. I do eat catfish, but not out of this river. I went on Costco last Saturday. And they got some nice catfish fillet. So I know where it's coming from. It comes from the Chesapeake. Because they facilitated with so much catfish in there. They catching them and they telling people, man, they tell people to go catch them and, you know, and take them home and do something where they want them out the river. Because they say the catfish eating the crabs. I didn't know catfish eat crabs. I didn't know that. They say eating crabs, eating the clams, the oysters, everything up in that joint. You know, catfish is bottom feeders. So crabs hang out the bottom. Oysters, wherever they at the bottom. So they go and melt out what's on the bottom. Y'all get a double look back at the river. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Oh, I gave you rent yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, ain't nothing, just chilling. The Anacostia River. Back in DC. Yesterday, we were watching my jump. I had 2 lives. I had one where I went fishing. I was at my Bob's joint. My sister gave me a whole bunch of worms 2 weeks ago. And I used some of I just got rid of them. Them worms she got, I don't know, night crawlers, what crawlers she ever. They don't work in this river. But I had seen them work like in salt water. You know, I just hope when I go right here, nothing bites my line going in the water. That's that big old log I was telling y'all about. That was on last week. It was over there. Nice little pier. See, this is one of them good piers. If the water, no matter how high the water gets, see how that? The water way over the bankment over there. But the pier rises. They built this back in 2012, I remember. Only I don't like about being this side, but a boat come by speeding. Woo! The junk go left, right, up and down, and everything. See, that's the train y'all see, subway train y'all can hear. And there's a subway train right there. You know? A nice little pier. Y'all see my little line right there. I might gotta go check them joints out. Sometimes when you're fishing and you had no bites, no nothing, maybe it's nothing on your hook anymore. Cause I was watching one of my buddies, he got a YouTube joint, backyard fishing, and he had a joint out there, and the turtles was eating everything off of it. You know. But like when I was at yesterday, my lava live, if a little spot on that joint, I toss it towards the trees, and a bunch of turtles. In one of my videos, I think like in 21, I caught not my alligator turtle. Just jumping like 45 pounds. You watch the video. I had to scale, I weighed it too, so you can see what it weighed. You know, I worry about losing my fingers. How many reels can you throw down there? I got one more reel in my car, my truck. I only brought 2 because this is a nice little walk. My rig go way over there. I ain't trying to carry all that. And I only using one kind of bait, and that's corn. You know? Yeah, my man. All right. That's all I use. I'm out here using corn. I got some other stuff out here that used to work. But I was attempting to toss it right there. But I know it was right there. I can't see in the water. I know it's a log or something in that water. You know. Yeah, I should go check this line right here. I'm gonna check this one right here. I'm gonna check it one time. This is my first line I tossed out. I check it. I really got kind of line fast, you know. You don't snag. That when you ever fishing, ready like a snag, winding it very fast. You don't get snagged on that. You go on fast, you go going high above the water. I got some of my corn. Oh yeah. I might got some more corn on here. I'll see more corn on this one. Nobody getting that. Put some more corn on this one. Codfish ain't found you. Or a little tiny catfish ain't found you. The good old kayak. They going down the river. And the rest of them. I'm gonna hold my line for a minute. Let them get by. She made it back. Here come the rest of it. Y'all good, y'all good, y'all good, y'all good. Y'all good, y'all good. Yeah, just recording there. I don't need my back muscles any strong for that. They travel like 15 miles an hour. Yeah, the pier about to shake in a minute. Right, not a back muscle. Yeah. Me, I don't have to. Years ago, I would love to do that. Nah, years ago, I wouldn't done that. I'm be honest. If I was a teenager, I would never come near this river. I may have fish, but I ain't gonna be. I wouldn't be in this area. I always have fear of falling in. I can't even swim. I never learned how to swim. That's why I'm afraid of. Yeah, then they just gone by. Like with a little kayak, I learned one was telling me why the little boat decided don't be going fast, too fast, at 40 miles an hour, because they can eat capsize a little kayak, little ways to hit it and turn it over. I mean, you ever go fishing, or you wake up in the morning, watch the news. I think the weather kind of rough. They might say white walls. I never knew what that was. I learned a lot of stuff. Caffeine ain't too bad for the river, is it? Yeah, now you keep drawing with this one right here, y'all. See what's wrong with this one over here? Yeah, football today. I call it. I know something right there. You trying to get caught on. Force over there, yeah, force. Turn on here. And a couple more kernels. Yeah. Live stream for another 30 minutes. Yeah, I can catch this one up. I mean, last week a lot of fish way out here. Yeah, they might get by that log. That's good. There's this little fish out here. Oh, I got them big fish. I might got to stop at the gas station. Walk my net out. My truck's not fishing. Haven't caught nothing yet, y'all. Yeah, more corn on this one. I'm still want to test this one at 65 pounds, see how strong it is. I know what that can do. They're about 17 to 20 pounds. So if I ever get something crazy like a 35-pound catfish, if I'm not easy, that's gone. That line pop. This junk. I'm trying to figure out. So I want to reline this one, same way I did that one. I go to Walmart and get some line. I get some for my sisters too. They're in Washington, D.C. It's a high tide right here. Nice good high tide. Yep. So I can imagine what the shoreline would be. Shoreline right there. So I know I'm at RFK. That's on the water right now. I did my best. Look, I might catch fish right next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Tide is going down with that wall right there. But I've been watching other people fishing channels, YouTube channels. A lot of them, they be bouncing spot to spot. Sometimes you just get lucky where you at. Sometimes you doesn't. How the good old fishing world does. Yeah, nothing. With just a piece of log, shaking it. Still fishing. In Washington, D.C., Anacostia River, near Benning Road, on a nice little pier. You got some young kids, like 10, 12 years old. It'd be a nice spot for them. In this area, I believe right here. I wouldn't have them go far out here, but I have them right here. You know what I mean? We're more safer at. They have a nice little net. I had many nets. I got them from my first nets I ever getting from Walmart. They did good. But you look at some of my videos, check some of my videos out, that with catfish or have destroyed it, you know what I mean? You got a $10 net and catch a 40-pound catfish, it's not gonna work. The net long enough, first aluminum ones, they were still aluminum, they bent and cracked. This one I got off of Amazon. Same junk right here. I seen at Walmart. They wanted $100. Got this off of Amazon. Under $50. You know, that was so nice about that. Got to shop right. I got to go to Walmart. We'll do it today. Might not go today. I'll probably try next week because Commanders, they playing football today. So a lot of people running that Walmart, Capital Prize, the mall, and it be super crowded. They buying all kinds of stuff: chips, dips, hamburgers. Oh, now the Commanders, last year they made it to the NFC Championship. So a lot of fans that abandoned them had came back and cheered the team on. Old people, young people. I know a lot of older people really wasn't into football like that. They was back in the day when they was the Washington Redskins under Joe Gibbs, you know what I mean, winning Super Bowls. And seeing what they did last year, a lot of fans, they said they raced on back and supported the team. Yeah, it's the train that y'all see. They keep making that noise. The subway train. Y'all can see. Metro, DC Metro. I had one buddy hit me on, somebody hit me on the line. What's all that noise? That's the subway. You ain't hit the like button, it'd be nice. You don't gotta hit the strap, but hit the like button. You know, I only had like 6 likes. It'd be nice to get more likes up. I think some of my shorts I do get more likes, you know. I did one on my other channel. It was a military flyover in DC while I was at work that day. And got like 113 likes. A lot of people saw the video and misinterpreted what it was. They know like military would take over. That was like a test fight for the military flyover. And why sometimes you watch these videos, you gotta be sure what you're watching. They'll comprehend what you're watching. Got some more people coming down here. Yep. And water kind of smell kind of fishy. Yeah, no worms work here. But I was thinking about going, I should have went to RFK and try my little bread. The way this tide is up right now. I don't know, I might get all muddy. Yeah, I can't go too far away from these fishing rods. Only I feel catching something snagged in that joint. I have seen people like whole pole reel go in the river. I seen that. They wasn't watching it. And a nice good, and a 20 pounder can snatch this off if it's not stable. There's a codfish if you hit it, and you can try to pull it out, it'll snatch you further away. That's why you got these good old bells and stuff, you know. See when you hit the bell shakes and stuff. Some people use the little bobber joints I seen on there. Now that means if you're sitting around, you're watching it shake. But the bell is best. I got one rod I got at home. It got a what's the name one, got like a alarm on it. And it make that noise, it light up. It's good at night too. If I was doing night fishing, because it light up and it make noise. Look at my man right here, like I ain't trying to put my joint down into the river a little bit. Right below. Look at my man right here fishing. I mean, he be not now you about to come back with the canoe right now. Yeah, I didn't want the canoe to hit my line. Yeah, he about to come past. All right, you good? Yeah, I ain't caught nothing yet. All right. No, I gotta wait for the tide to go back out. All the fish probably went up that way. Oh, no. I catch and release. I ain't put nothing in the pan. Yeah. I'm not taking no fish home, y'all. No fish home. I remember my grandmother, I used to catch fish out here years ago, back in the 80s. Me and my buddy Johnny Cherry. We used to bring fish home. We had like 3, 4, 5, had a bucket of fish. We'd come out early in the morning, I remember. About this time, get home about 4, 5 o'clock. Had like total about 10, 13 fish up in that joint. And I remember catching the fish. But my grandmother, they used to cut the fish and gut the fish and all that, you know. You know, I brought them to been at my Miss B house, cut the head off, clean it out. I mean, I used to watch it be a mess. Put all the dead organs in the paper, the newspapers, tell them to take the trash out. They got in old Crisco oil back in the day, frying it Crisco oil. The fish was okay, right? Well, I was made by my grandmother and Miss B. You know, they born like the B born like 1908. My grandma born 1919. And where they used to eat the fish was crazy. They would put it between two loaves of bread and eat it. Me, I got it. We be picking through the bones every day. Like the bones didn't bother them. That was amazing for me to watch. They were real old. Yeah, they were real old fashioned. And I fish for the sport out here, y'all. The tide is still up, so it'll be a minute for anything here. I notice when I go fishing a lot. I'm not really caught nothing really in high tide. Super high tide, like it is right now. But when the tide goes down, then when you get the bill starts shaking and all that. I really want to come out and test this one out. See how it is. I wish I had this 2 weeks ago. The problem is you throw my line, nice big ones. Nice big ones. You throw away and got away. See, the ones that hurt, the ones that got away, not the ones that you caught. I had one with Anacostia River. I think back in 2014. This young was you. I mean, I remember the experience. I threw it draw like 30 yards. And when the fish hit it, it pulled it out another 30, 40 yards. So I got to hold. I mean, it took me like 30 minutes, and then 20, 30 minutes, pulled it halfway up close to me. I could see what it was. But then when it was like 10 yards away, I noticed this young was huge. He was so used to the dude trying to help me get in the net. And half of his body couldn't even fit in the net. We tried again, third time we tried, he popped away. I was hurt. Wish I could have recorded while I was trying to catch him. That time I wasn't doing that much recording. And now I got like a little stand. I record off my phone. I didn't have basically I wouldn't really record technology real good. You know? I had cheap phones back then, real cheap. Video was kind of cloudy, this, that. Camera wouldn't adjust it right. Damn. You learn as you go. Boy, I might give you one. I see one of them. They got the best they call it coolers. You know, every night. I got boat program last year. Every time you order on Amazon, you just order stuff. You know what I mean? You don't get to. Try to do that. Corn's back. I think the tide is up right now. I was out here last week. Worms, nothing happened. Going like eating worms, I know in the worms. This river is infested with turtles. So turtles love worms. I got the chicken breast in the refrigerator. I could use that. But chicken breast, I use chicken breast with cayenne. And I learned about one thing, turtles love that. And most of the time I use chicken cayenne pepper for chicken breast. I use my worm hook. I always snag one of them. You know, I got my big tubes I got. My sister got me something like this. I can pull it out just because I got some crazy. Like little cheetah bugs, you know, if you got like a snapping turtle, you don't want to get too close. They might just go left and go right. They come along, they can reach far away like this. You pull it out. Probably hurt something. I got something with a log. Something on my line right there. My line just did something. I don't know that's something. Maybe something hit that line right there. Let me see. Probably with a screen or something. Hard to tell what's in this river, you know what I mean? You get something. Sometimes you got to study your line. Right, that junk went in and dropped and went in, so I don't know what the piece of something in the water that Hit the line and brought it down. Sometimes you might get like a baby, a little tiny catfish on it, a little small one like that. He might be on your line, you don't even know it. I was on Anacostia Park. It was real windy. I ain't fishing with. That's a turtle way over there by that pole. But anyway, I was fishing over there once. It was real windy, so the wind blowing this way. So I know that as I'm about to leave, my line is over that way. But the wind is blowing everything this way. So I was pulling up, there was a fish on it. So I learned about that too. The current going this way, charge shifts on this way. Like with my line, this line right here was over by that bridge. Someone on there. Maybe a turtle pulled it, something. It's on there. I haven't caught no eel. I do not want to catch no snakeheads. I almost put one over there. Or one up top of RFK. Whole stadium they turned on. I kind of miss that stadium. I used to go in that joint. Waffle. Redskins. United Generals, wherever they were. Washington. I had a job over there back in 83. I mean, 84. No, that's how you go in there and sell sodas and stuff. Sodas, you had, I think like $10 for your first case. You had to pay for your first case. First case, you had to pay $10. At that first case, you buy. Second case, and every other case is free. You know what I mean? That's your money. The first $10 they get off you. And I had to walk way up that stadium, man. All the way up. I'm afraid of heights. And I think the customers knew that. Hey, y'all want a soda? They see I'm walking like this, like a little looking. Then I get one of the soda. I would be funny. Hey, we want them really? Oh, okay. Then I make selling sodas. I'm walking backwards down the stop. I never want to look forward. They're going backwards. They laughing. But you ain't gonna fall. I just didn't want to look. How that stadium was built. It's like, that's why I understand why a lot of teams, when Commanders Washington, where they was back in the day, it was hard to win in that stadium. It seemed like the whole crowd was down on you. Like you're looking down the crowd like on top of you. Then when the crowd got real loud, I do see fish jumping right now. They over there. They jumping. I went like, man, I change this line right here. Got a fake metal. They jump. See, that would be a nice spot to be fishing at. Over there, y'all. To be fishing right over there. Right on Whistling. See, like fish hang out in that area. With leaves and all that over there. So they hang out over there. They don't hang out in this area. I've been here almost an hour. And no fishy right now. No fishy right now. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of this whistling right here. Still got a little bit of this. Yeah. Red fishing guy right here. Now, this once, it had worked before. My sister got a big old bottle. Then she went, what's the name? She was at, City, Maryland. The fish started, I think the fish started jumping on that junk. Probably some little corn on this one over here. Ooh, oh, please stop doing that. Yeah, well. So, looking at that. Yeah, but yeah. You good, you good, you good. Nah, they just right here and that one over that way. You good. Whoever he did hit him, be something hit it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use some of this, y'all. Try to add some of this. Hold on, right there. Try to add some of this. I brought up what's the name? Give it a try. Add that. That's a subway. They're not an earthquake, y'all. Had a buddy of mine on it. What's that noise? Earthquake in DC? Yeah, some of this and that. The advertising joint. It did work for me before, y'all. About okay, by the bridge, got the nut. I put this on the bridge, and all of a sudden, in that video you might have seen, in an hour, I like 8 catfish. My sister said she took it, so she got, she went to Ocean City and tried it. She wouldn't catch nothing. Also, when she put that on there, she would catch it. See, but in the video I see, they use this, when they advertise this, there's already fish already there. You know, ain't like fish go hunting it. You know what I mean? One thing about fish, if they already in the spot and they see anything red, like red stuff, they get there early. I seen people fish use beet juice. Beet juice, I meant. Get some beet juice, put it on the bait and let it sit in beet juice overnight. Yeah, I've seen that work too. There's a lot of stuff you can use when you're dealing with fishing. So I tossed that one over there, the corn. Add that into the corn. Yep, let me go back up. So I don't know what's going on with this one. It's been over an hour. And this one. A lot of people might watch, get ready for that game tonight. Gotta wait for the tide to go down a little bit. I gotta watch that pole right there. The only thing I like about this pier right here, I had my buddy, he has like some little rubber strap he used to use on this pier. Just in case something snag it, if you get too far away from it, it don't pull your line in the river. The whole pole. Well, the pole right here probably worth it. Shoot me dead. The pole is probably worth, I don't know. I'll say a $30 loss, $40 loss. Not counting the reel, I think 20 for that. About a $50 loss for the pole total. I got multiple poles over there. That ever happened. Put another one out the problem. Haven't put nothing yet, y'all. Still out here. Still live streaming. I believe I'm gonna catch them off this line right here. If I catch them off that line. I would toss a line under the bridge, but the kayak is deep. There's too much hanging out right there, so I'm kind of losing the line. Bye, Mike saying good morning. Yep. All right. Well, I haven't caught no monster. Ain't landing no monster. Ain't caught a little ghost out this river yet. The tide is still up, so normally I do my luck over here. When the tide, low tide, not low tide, but medium tide. To see something jumped up. Yeah, right there just now. I doubt that gonna hit my line right there. I got a line out there if he come this way. If he on corn, I doubt it. They are out here. I see them, they jumping. Sometimes you can have worms, wherever out this joint. And they just don't bite. I'm using corn. I'm using that red liquid dye you might see advertised. You know, I was debating about going by RFK and get some bread. I know I would have caught somebody by that bridge, East Capitol Bridge right here, further down on that side. But I didn't want to get all muddy because the tide was up. And I didn't, what I didn't do, my buddy got my little weed whacker. I can't cut the edges down, so if I catch something, yeah, the fish go towards the west now, it can be tangled all up. Hard to pull them in. Because a narrow little hole, I can pull them in. Every mile used to go there and trim the what's the name there? Well, I got corn, y'all look for cob. I haven't caught no cob today. Teddy, I've not caught no cob. I had caught one. I had one like 2 weeks ago, and it popped my line. I would realize I had my line. So this right here is a 60-pound right here, 60-pound line. So if I do get a cob, most likely I'm gonna win the battle if he's large. You know what I mean? That's why I like to have a strong line, because sometimes I used to fish with donuts. Now I catch cob off donuts, catfish off donuts. They had a Dollar Tree store on Minnesota Avenue. They had these nice size donuts, raised donuts. I put them on a ball, them in the ball, and man, I run through a whole case of donuts, catching catfish, cobs, and everything. And these fish I was catching, they were nice size fish, nice size. I mean, 15-pounders, 20-pounders. You watch some of my videos, you look up some of my videos, I caught codfish and catfish, large catfish. You can see my poles were broken, my net was broken. One of them I caught like 32-pounder. My pole got broken and my net got broken. He broke my pole trying to reel him in. Now I was still pulling the line. Then trying to put in the net, he broke that because it was too big. But I got him in. So later on that day I finished fishing, I had to go to Walmart. I bought this new net right here, so I got to worry about losing the net or nothing. I got this off Amazon. This nice little net right here. Paid under $50. Same net I seen in Walmart. They wanted $110 for. That's why I like to go online sometimes. You know, the store, they have a crazy markup price. Yeah, I know they have to make money. But that been proven to be a good one right here. I can reach it out further. Right now, I can reach over the pit if I want to. If I had something right there. Yeah, this nice little pit right here. Yeah, I go online. Yeah, I go online too. I might gotta try that out. Banking? With a hanging? Banging? I might gotta try that out. Search that up. If I go on Amazon. Whoa, damn, that was a fish right there. Just jumped up right there. Yep, that was a nice little fish just jumped up. Right now. I wish I had my other line there. Trying to figure out where that was. They jumping now. So that means right now I seen one jump over there. So basically, the tide is going out slowly and the fish is going out slowly. Now last week I had my line out here. I would have caught that. Nice little pier right here, you see. Oh yeah, they trying to break out top of the water. That's why I said when you're fishing, you learn a lot about fishing. You know, I do too. You learn a lot about fishing. About this river. Yeah, I gave you a wrench, you know. You know, you mostly know about fishing. A lot of this I'm still learning. Been fishing for a while. You know what I mean? I even know some young kids know more than me. They're a little young now, Florida fishing 11. If we ever come across the page, he caught big mouth bass and everything. This river right here, if you catch a bass, it'd be like finding a bag of money on this bridge. And nobody else saw it. I heard they way up there. People have caught them, but not in this area. Cause you got basically certain species. You got catfish, you got cobhead, and you got some snakeheads. I don't want to catch a snakehead. Snakehead is terrible. You know what I mean? I don't want to catch them. Snakeheads is terrible. Yeah, I love fishing too. I see my man. He going over the grill. Yeah, they got it. No, they got fishing rods up there. Nah, they ain't fishing rods. They got some butts of them to clean up. Here come the canoe guys coming back up this way.